Hello, boys and girls. It's your friendship teacher, Miss J. I'm so happy to see you. Guess what? It's time to check your choices. The topic of today's video is what is bullying. By the end of the video, hopefully you'll be able to tell when to use the word bullying and when we don't. Before we talk about the word bullying, we have to understand the word conflict. Conflict is when someone's wants or ideas or thoughts disagree with yours. There's two types of conflict. Constructive conflict is when we can disagree respectfully. Deconstructive conflict is when we hurt each other because of what we're disagreeing about. Not all deconstructive conflict is bullying. Sometimes it's rude, sometimes it's mean, and yes, sometimes we do use the word bullying. For something to be bullying, it has to be three things: hurtful, intentional, and repeated. Let's take a closer look at each of these. We include two different types of hurt when talking about hurtful: physical, hurting someone's body, or emotional, hurting their feelings. They both count. Hurting somebody emotionally can be just as bad or even worse than hurting them physically. We have to be careful. The second ingredient is intentional, which means I did it on purpose. It didn't happen by accident. I chose to do it. I can't accidentally type a nasty post about you that I accidentally attach a picture to, which I accidentally edited, and I accidentally sent it to all our friends. This was a bad choice. This was intentional. And here's where we get a little bit more challenging. For the third ingredient, bullying must be repeated. This doesn't mean that it has to happen every day or every time I see the other person. It also doesn't mean the same thing has to happen. It just means it's happened enough to start to wear me down. Just like waves from the ocean can wear down a rock cliff, someone else's bad choices can change the shape of who we are. Not on the outside, but the inside. Maybe we don't like school anymore. Maybe we don't want to be around our friends anymore. Maybe the stuff that made us happy doesn't make us happy anymore. Maybe we don't like ourselves and we don't even know who we are anymore. If someone else's hurtful choices have happened enough that they're having a long-term impact on who you are and how you feel, we might be using the word bullying. So remember, if you want to use the word bullying, it has to be three things: hurtful, intentional, and repeated. It's time for your challenge, boys and girls. This time, I want you to think about how you use the word bullying. Is it repeated, intentional, and hurtful? Because if it's not, we shouldn't be calling it bullying. It's time for me to sign off again. I'll see you soon, but until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Goodbye, boys and girls.